How are you? Today is our normal. We continue with our topic in civics, which is known as family life. And before we start the issues which I prepared to learn on today, let us remind about those previous issues which we discussed on the last period. On this topic, we discussed the meaning of family. Thereafter, we discussed about three key terms which found on this definition, which are courtship, marriage, and premature or early marriage. In early marriage, we discussed the causative agents or factors for early marriage or premature, its impact, and among others. So we ended discussing about that issue. So today we proceed with this topic as appeared here, that is family life. So today we continue with preventions of early marriage. And early marriage, we discussed that when we talk about early marriage, it simply means that is a marriage which is conducted to the people who are under 18 years. So any kind of marriage which has been held or which has been conducted or take place to the people who under 18 years is considered as early marriage or premature. So after that, today we are going to discuss about prevention of early marriage. That's why early marriage has a lot of negative impact which may happen where it takes place. That's why those people who are being engaged on that kind of marriage have not already matured enough. So due to that, there are a lot of harmful which may happen due to that they are not matured enough. So when a woman can be pregnant during of providing a baby, there are several challenges or problems which may happen. Even if a woman can lose his or her life and among others. So if due to that negative impact which may happen to the early marriage, we have to prevent it so as to avoid to be affected by several negative impact which may be resulted by early marriage. So the first one is education. A first way of overcoming early marriage is that education should be provided to those partners, to those people who are being engaged in early marriage, who are being engaged in marriage before being matured enough. So education should be provided to the parents. That's why parents are the main causative agent of early marriage, as we discussed on the last period. Also, education should be provided to the whole society. Everyone should be taught about negative impact which can be occurred soon after being the people to be engaged on the early marriage. So education should be provided. Also, another issue is to abandon. Another prevention is to abandon social cultural practice. So in our society, we have several social cultural negative social cultural practice, negative social cultural practice. So these negative social practice which are being conducted in our society contribute a lot due to the early marriage. So if we can abandon those negative social cultural practice, we can reduce or we can prevent out of early marriage. That's why there is the first one is bride price. Bride price, we saw on the last period that the bride price is one among of the factor which contribute a lot about where parents demands or admire to take bride price to their daughters and among others. So if or where we can abandon those negative social cultural practice, it is one among of suitable way which we may use so as to reduce or to remove it at all. So we have to abandon those, as I gave you one example. Also, another prevention is laws. A strict law should be formed or made where anybody who will be determined to be engaged or contributed in one way or another, laws should be taken to that person or to that participant so as to be a lesson to other people who admire or who want to be engaged on early marriage. So strict law should be made so as to prepare or to prepare other people to be out or not be engaged on early marriage. And another issue is alleviation of poverty. We know one among of early marriage, one among of factor of early marriage is poverty. Due to the poverty which a certain family has, make them to be engaged on the early marriage through believing that when their daughter should be married, they can get money. So that money or property which they can get, they think that they can reduce the rate or the level of poverty which they has on that family. So if we can reduce poverty from our society, from our families, it is the best way of preventing early marriage. So these are 4 ways of prevention which you may use so as to overcome the issue of early marriage or premature. After discussing these preventions or ways forward to reduce early marriage, let us now go directly to the types of the family. We know there are several types of family, so today we are going to discuss one after another. That's why we have a lot of family in our society. But if we can ask anybody to mention types of family which he or she knows, unfortunately a lot of people will fail to provide a correct answer about that. So there are 3 types of family which are, so you have to know that there are 3 types of family which we are going to discuss here, which are, the first one is nuclear family. The first type of family is nuclear family. So nuclear family, it consists of father, mother, children. Nuclear family, it consists of father, mother, and children. So when we talk about nuclear family, it simply means that is a type of family which includes father, mother, and the children. So that is a nuclear family, and that is the first type of family. That is a nuclear family. It's a family that consists of 3 That is father, mother, and the children. So if you have observed a certain family which consisted these three issues which I told you, that is father, mother, and the children, you have to know that that is the nuclear family. And a good example of it, just to try to assume where you are or where you live, and you will meet a certain kind of family as we're discussing here. That is the first one. And the second type of family is extended family. Extended family. Extended is a word which comes or which is made up by a verb that is extended. When you speak about extend, it simply means that you are trying to increase something. You are trying to increase something apart from its physical appearance. So extended family, it simply means that there are some issues which has been tried to be increased apart from nuclear family. So is a family that consists of father, mother, children, and the other relatives like grandmother, grandmother, grandfather, uncles, aunties, cousin, etc. So when you speak about extended family, is a type of family that consists of mother, father, children, and the other relatives. Those other relatives relate in three issues as we discussed on the last period. That is through blood, adoption, or marriage. So these are the ways which can help us to determine about the relationship which do exist between those family members at the certain family. So here, other relatives which has been included or increased on this type of family are grandmother, grandfather, uncle, auntie, nephew, and among others. So that is extended family as it appeared on its word extend. There are some issues extra. There are some extra people who are being included on that type. So the last type of family is single parent family. Single family parent. So when we speak about single, it is only one. Single. So, and there are most of youth, they prefer much to use this word that is single. I'm a single. That's why you don't have your partner. You don't have your fellow. You don't have your beloved one. So, when we speak about single parent family, it consists of one parent, either father or mother, and the children. So, single parent family is a kind of family that consists or that includes one parent, and that one parent which we are talking here can be either a mother or father and the children. So one among of these parents form a single parent family. It can be a father or a mother only, and the children. So it can consist a father and the children, or a mother and the children. That is single parent family. And if we want to prove it, just try as much as you can to press back on your society, so as to determine or to see this kind of family as we are talking about. So here mother and the children, it may happen, this type of family may happen because of death, divorce, etc. So these are the sum of factors which make single parent family to occur. That's why a one parent can die, or either a mother or father. Also divorce, so where a woman and a wife, a husband and a wife, where someone or where a father or husband divorces his partner or his beloved one or wife, make it kind of family to occur. So these are three types of family. So after looking these three types of family, let us go to the importance of family. What are the importances of the family? The first one is it provides children to be hard worker. So in the family, any kind of good family which is very responsible, where the parents of that family are so responsible, they try to tell their children to be very responsible, to take responsibilities at their home, like domestic activities like fetching water or cleaning the house or the area which around that house. So due to these activities which can be enforced or enforced by parents, may make that family to be all members of that family can become to be hard workers. So that is the first importance of family. Another importance is children are taught customs of their society. Also, we know we are Africans. We have several, or we have our culture or our custom according to a certain tribe or society. So in every family helps to train or to prepare or to impart the customs of a certain society, and this can be done simply through family. So customs can be transformed from the parents to their children. Another importance is good family acts as a role models in the society. So here we know, and if we want to understand about this importance of family, just try or just look back at your society. There are some families which are being considered as a role model to other families. And I do remember when I was at my home place, there is family which was referred in each and everything, the issue of education. So most of family members on that family are educated ones. Also, they have good economic status or position. So each and everything which can be said on that society where I come from was referred to that family. So there are some families which is considered to be as role model, to be led each and everything which may happen in that society. So that is another importance of family. Also another importance is it promotes the development of individual members. So through family, there are some people who have developed individual through their family, due to how they do communicate, or due to how they do participate, or doing something together. So due to that, make some family members to develop individually through their family which they have. Another importance is it promotes the development, meaning that is already discussed. It promotes unity and solidarity. In the family, people do work due to their unity which they have. So they do each and everything through unity that they have. So these are 5 importances of family. So let us now go directly to the family stability. Family stability, that is another term. Family stability is a family that observes respect, love, peace, and good behaviors. So when we talk about family stability, is a kind of family that is very stable. They are trying to stabilize themselves among family members. So that stability which we are talking here about this term is that if we can observe, if we can investigate on that family, you will meet with respect. So those family members respect each other, respect one another. Even out of when even those members will be out of their family, respects one after another. Also love, they love one after another, they love each other. Also the issue of peace, they live peacefully without any kind of conflict. Also there is the issue of good behaviors. All family members observe good behaviors. There is no one who is family member on the family stability, or the family which is very stable observes bad behaviors. So here we may see factors that for family stability. So let us discuss about factors that can contribute family to be factors that make family to be very stable, or to be very stable. The first one is good behaviors. So if those family members, they have good behaviors, at the end of the day, that family can be considered to be as a stable family. Also love, if they do love one after another, make that family to be stable. And another issue is respect. If they do respect one after another, or each other, or even other members out of that family, they do respect. That is another factor. And the last one is education. So if the family members have got several chances of attending at the school, is one among of the factor which can contribute, or which can prepare that family to be very stable. After discussing the previous issues, which we talked much about types of the family and among others. So let us finish this topic by looking importances of family stability. So the first importance of stability is it participates in social and economic activities. So any kind of family which is very stable, all family members involves in all social and economic or productive activities. So they do not take a lot of time resting at their home. So where there is any kind or any event or any activity that occur at their environment, or at their place, or at their neighbors, so they do participate in those activities. Also in other productive activities, also family which is very stable, its members do participate on that. So that is a first importance. And the second one is it participates in domestic activities. Example, or especially children. So any family which is very stable, children do participate in domestic activities like fetching the water, cutting of firewoods, making the house very clean, and among others. So, family which is very stable, children do participate on such domestic activities. And another importance is it promotes peace. It promotes peace and security. So there is no any family member who is coming from a family which is very stable to participate in any kind of criminal activities. That's why the parents of that family do their responsibilities as much as they can, so as to prepare their children not being engaged on such activities. After looking those importances of family stability, let us end in this topic by discussing two issues, which are responsibilities, rights and responsibilities of family members. So when we speak about rights, rights are all things that every family member is allowed to do freely. Like when we speak about rights, every family has its own regulations that should be observed by all family members. If you are a father of that family, you have to observe several regulations. Even if you are a mother of that family, you do the same. Even children, there is specific regulations that should be prepared to its children so as to follow, so as to observe. So those procedures or regulations, we consider that just like rights that every family member has. These rights help them or enable them to be engaged in several activities like making decisions. So where a family which is very stable, every member is included or participates where they want to make any decision. If they want to do something, so the parents of that family try to include those family members like children, so as each and everything which will be decided by that family favors every family member. So due to that, we say that that's the rights which everyone or which every family member demands to be observed. So like making decision, guidance and advices, so every family member should provide guidance that will guide him or her, even advices. So if you are a children, you are a child, you are advised to follow a certain regulation and among others. So in general, every family member takes its roles. So every family member should take its roles. After discussing about rights, let us go to the responsibilities. So when you speak about responsibilities, are the duties of every family members. So every family or a family which is very stable tries to prepare the regulations or principles that should be, or rules or responsibilities that should be taken by every family members. If you are a children, when you wake up at the early morning, you have to do this and this. And if you are a father of that family, you have to take your responsibilities, like paying school fees, or like doing anything that is very important and can be done by either a mother or a father. So that is the responsibilities. So any family which is very stable, every family member, never mind it can be a father or mother or children or other relatives, takes its responsibilities, takes its his or her responsibilities or duties according to the regulation or principles that have been demanded to be observed by every family members. So those family members which should be participated, which are parents, so there are several responsibilities or duties which should be observed by parents. Also children also, they have their own responsibilities or duties which are being guided to follow. Also other members, if you are grandmother in the family, you have your responsibilities, you have your duties, like to prepare to the children of the parent of your parents or of your child, so as to be very attentive, or so as to be very to respect other people who are older than them. So these are different roles which can be distributed to either a grandfather or grandmother or auntie or other relative. After discussing those responsibilities which can be taken by parents, either parents, children, or other relatives, let us see consequences of not carrying responsibilities in the family. So, what are the results which may happen where every family member fails to take his or her responsibility? What are the responsibilities? What are the impact which may occur when every family member fails to fulfill his or her responsibilities? So what can be happen on that family? The first one is family instabilities. So on that family, they can fail to agree one after another or each other. Also another conflict may happen on that family. So there are some family members who can be engaged in conflict, not understanding. So that's another impact which can be occurred due to where a family fails to take responsibilities of every family member. Also family breakdown. So there is possibility of separating. That family can be separated. A mother can be separated, a father can be separated, even children or other relatives. So that is another negative result which can be occurred where a certain family fails to take its responsibilities of every family member. Also another issue is street children. So where family may be separated from one place to another. So there is a possibility of those family members, especially children, to be engaged, to be street children, and among others. And last one is lack of basic needs. So where parents fail to take their responsibilities, there is a possibility of to fail to provide basic needs to their family, like shelter, clothes, and food. So that is an end of our topic. So there is a short, there is exercise here which you have to do. The first question is define the following. So that is the end of our topic. So there is an exercise here which you have to do. The first question, you have to define the following terms. That is the rights, responsibilities, family stabilities, as we discussed in this topic. So the rights, you have to define it according to the discussion which we did on this topic. So also another issue is responsibilities. Another term is family stability, and the second question is mention 5 importances of family stability. Thank you. See you again.